Hey y'all, ain't got far to drive to get where we're going this morning. We're going to the log yard right down the road. They got a grapple down there. It's got a beam goes across the frame on the end that been peeled back and just about half ripped off. I've been down this log yard this week. I went down for an emergency call because that machine, this is a log grapple that you can drive. They can drive it around a lot, so it's got a steering system. One of the tie rod end sections busted off over near the wheel, and they were broke down. Couldn't move it. So I ran down, welded that back on, and that's when they showed me this cross beam coming apart that we're going to work on today. And when he first showed it to me, he said probably just cut the torn and ripped section away and replace it with new steel. So we thought we were going to do that, and I stopped there yesterday to let him know that I would be in today, which is Saturday. I said I'll be in tomorrow to work on it. I want to work on it on Saturday because it works out better for them if I'm working on it when they're not there working and using it. But I stopped to let him know that I was coming, and he said, well, them guys worked on that a little bit with the other machine and pressed and pulled, and they got it pulled together where you only got to move it about another inch and you'll be able to weld that piece back on. So I don't know what that looks like yet. I didn't look at it. They were running the machine when I was there yesterday, so I didn't get over there and get in the way. But we're going to go, we're headed to the log yard, and we're going to see what the situation is with the grapple. We're going to see if they've bent that piece around there where I can use that piece and weld it back on, or if I got to cut the whole thing off and get another piece of steel to put across there. Good thing is we're not far from the shop. I'm not taking any steel with me. I'm going to see what I need, then I'll run back to the shop if I have to and get what I need. But yeah, that's the plan for today, so let's do it. Barko flavored log grapple. That tie rod in right there, where I come up here and welded this week, they were broke down. Right here's a beam that's coming apart on it. That being the end of it, it definitely needs put back together. I'm really impressed how much they've helped it pulling on it like they did yesterday, because this top piece was tweaked way down here. They've got it pretty close, so let's get a come along on here and see if we can pull this together. We might get her welded up without having to cut a new piece of steel for it. That's going to pull together. That's going to pull together where we can deal with this part. Up here, I probably can't pull that together. We're not going to take this rack off to weld that perfect anyway. So I think what I'm going to do right now, right here, I'm going to get a flat bar. I'm going to run back to the shop, get a piece of flat bar. The minimum would be about 3.5 inches by 7 inches. that I can put right here and just weld it across all of this, and I'll weld what I can see a little bit right here, and it'll be good. So I'm gonna get that flat bar. I'll leave the come along there, and we'll be right back to weld this thing up. All right, let's take a look at what we come up with on this thing. So this area right here, where it was gaped open, I couldn't really pull it together. I got a piece, ran back to the shop, and I got a piece of 3/4 by 4 flat bar I'd cut 8 inches long. And I just put it underneath of there and full pin welded clear down to that bar where this was split, and then welded all the way around it. Now there is a place in the center of this top flange underneath of this log bunk assembly that's not welded, which I think is going to be the big reason I need this big bar here. Because as long as it's held together out here and in here, then it won't come apart. You know, these things, when they rip, they start at the edge. So if you've got your edges good, probably all right. I realized on this part, whenever they put this together, they had the beam coming up here and the beam coming up here, and they put a round bar right here, I guess, to fill in the corner. So there's a weld. There was a weld here that broke, and then there was another weld here that didn't break. So by putting the round bar in there, they made it where you had to weld it in 2 places instead of just one. But I don't know, maybe it didn't fit good and they had to do that. But I welded over all of it. It's all capped with a 7018. And I did not do much. I didn't do any grinding or weld prep whatsoever. with a grinder or whatever. I went right into this rust and paint. I tore right into the rust and paint with a 532 pipe rod on extremely high heat. I took a 532nd 5P plus on about 160 amps, and I just went through and I fused all this together. By fusing it together with that pipe rod and not depositing very much weld metal, just fuse it together and solidify it. I was preparing it to be welded by welding on it, basically. And that's just something you can do if you got a good hot machine that'll run pipe rod. You know, if I was to try to weld vertical on this with a 7018 right in the beginning with the gaps and everything, you'd have to go clear down to 332nd rod and be at 75 amps or less running vertical. And that's slow welding work. Now you could take a 532 5P plus pipe rod, put it on 160 amps, run downhill, and just fuse it all together. Then power brush it. Then run on it with your 1/8 inch 7018. So that's just a way that I did this. May not do everything that way, but I just fused it all together and prepared it for welding, basically by welding on it with a 532 pipe rod, which is a nice big rod that, you know, give you some distance as you weld. And like I say, if I had to do that uphill with a 332 7018 tiny little wiggle rod filling gaps, it takes forever. So let's take a look at the inside too. And all of this was done the same way, where I ran over all of it and fused it all together. With that 5/32 inch 5P plus pipe rod, and then I capped it with an 1/8 inch 7018. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Pretty simple little bit of welding repair, just needed done. Thanks for watching.